Hello, this is Mike with Trade Winds RV Center. Here to congratulate you on your Jayco Jayfeather Air SL 17BH SL. Little travel trailer. I'm going to walk you around and show you how to use a few things so you can get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to think about when you're parking this. On your campsite, I want you to leave plenty of room for that awning. On your off campsite, no slides to worry about, so I really just want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power cord is going to plug in on the very rear of the corner on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, and then your water is going to be up towards the front. So just park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you'll do is level your unit. Get a hand crank here. To the right will bring it up, to the left will bring it down. Unit this short, you could probably put a level right there on the tongue, or because your door is in the middle of the unit, set it right inside there. Crank that up or down until you got your unit level. Once it's level, we will stabilize it. Your unit has a couple of rear stabilizing jacks that I've already cranked down here. It will go down with a drill gun or this hand crank. Comes with your unit. It's a 3/4 inch socket. Run these down just until they're taut. I am going to recommend some stabilizing jack pads. Put them down underneath these. Then run these down just until it feels like your unit's going to lift, then stop. Because our unit's already level, we just want to stabilize it. So run those down, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. That's unit level and stable. We can hook up our power and water. Our power cord is this long 30 amp cord. Got kind of a pistol grip here. Put it in at about 10 o'clock. You got 3 prongs here, one's bent. So about 10 o'clock, turn it to noon, put on your washer. There's your 30 amp service. Should you need to plug into a 110, in your convenience pack will be a little puck that'll bring you from 30 down to 110. That's your power hookup. Let's hook up your water. Again, your water hookups up here toward the front. City water connection for the campsites. Down here, you are going to use a water pressure regulator. If you don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use this. Hook that up. Hook up your hose. Turn that hose on. Go inside. Open up your water lines. Your sinks, your showers. Get a nice steady flow of water going through everything, all the air out of the lines. Shut them off and you are all set to camp. Now let's say you're going to go dry camping. In that case, here is your city water to fill up, or excuse me, here's your fresh water, potable water. Fill up your freshwater tank. Now no need for a water pressure regulator here. You can gravity fill this with a hose. 2 ways to tell it's full. One is the overflow valve right there, or 2 on the inside where you check the levels of your black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. Keep an eye on that when you're filling it up. Don't leave it unattended. Once it's full, put that cap back on there. And then whenever you want to use that water, you'll turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump and hook to the city water. It's already pressurized. All right, we're all set to camp. We got power and water. I'm going to walk you around the rest of the unit, starting on this off campsite. Again, down here is your low point drains. Fresh water, city water. Your hot water heater here. Tankless system. The line is on. Turn that on out here. You'll set it indoors. Again, your power. Here's where we dump our black and gray tanks when leaving the campsite. Stabilizing jacks. Spot for cable at the campsites. No ladder on this. I just recommend you get one. There's a lippert connection for one. Get one. Get up on the roof. Check the seams of your roof several times a year and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. Going to maintain your roof up there. Your awning does have a pitch control. I can pull down on that and that will tilt your awning away. I'm just a big fan of bringing your awning in the rain. They're great for a little soft sprinkle. It starts raining, bring it in. Rain usually means high wind. High wind is the enemy of awnings. Over here is going to be your low point drains. The other one on the other side is for your fresh water. This one here is a flue for your furnace. A few things on that. One, make sure it's never blocked. 2, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of this. It does get hot. And lastly, they sell bug guards for these. Good investment. Mud wasps like to get up inside these. They like the heat. Down here's a couple of 110s for outdoors. A porch light. Big pass under bed storage over here. Water hose we give you. That amperage reducer I was telling you, bring it from 30 down to 110. The new propane tank are nice. They actually have a reader right on the tank so you know how full the tank is. This one lefty-loosey to open. Your battery posts, check them every now and then, make sure nothing's wiggled loose. Well, covers everything out here. Check out the inside. Alright, coming up beside the unit. First thing I always like to point out, tell anyone that's camping with you that the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Well, that is 110 with GFCI reset. All the way up is our control panel. So up here is where you check the level of your battery, black, fresh, and gray tanks. Down here is where you turn on your water pump to get to that fresh water. Living room lights, awning light, which is actually, it says awning, but it's actually a porch light. And down here, your awning control. On your awning, you only want to run that awning out until that flap falls down. If you continue to hold that out, that will keep rolling out, flip up onto itself, and roll up onto itself backwards. So keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure you don't run it out further than you need to. Make sure your door is not all the way out. I think that strut stops it from going far enough out that it doesn't hinder your awning. And as that awning comes in, I will shut off that porch light and let you know that these doors work best when just gently slammed. Coming up in the unit, let's start down here with your plumbing. There's a bag with some manuals. Read everything you can. Just keep an eye on everything. It's PEX mostly nowadays. If you travel a lot and you're bouncing this up and down the road, just check everything now and then. Feel it for moisture. Make sure nothing's wiggled loose. Our cooktop is a stick lighter cooktop. You turn on your gas here and use your stick lighter to light these. Down here is your breaker box and fuses. Got a handful of 15s, a 30, and a 40. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Microwave here. Pretty self-explanatory nowadays. Ever-chill fridge. The only thing I want to mention on your fridge is that right there. That's going to keep that from bouncing open and going down the road. This is just where it's prepped for solar. Keep that sticker on there in case you ever get a solar panel on there. That'll show them where it's all wired at, the text. Thermostat. Crank the heat on. There's your return. Crank your heat off. You will notice it's going to take about 2-3 minutes for that fan to cycle through. That's your heat. Your furnace. Coming inside, your bathroom. Not much to talk about in here. You do have a hand crank open vent you want to make sure you have down for travel. Over here is where you turn on that hot water heater. Set at 69. Oh, there it is, 122. It's usually about the temperature you want it at. Flush your toilet. Arrive at the campsite. Got water hooked up. Flush your toilet. Put several gallons of water into your black tank before putting solids in there. Your black tank will thank you later. This is a one-touch lighting. Bunk area, you got a handle to get up in here. Your table will lift up from these legs. Pull those legs out. Put that table down onto these rubber stoppers. Put the flat cushions on top. Whole another sleeping quarters. Up above that sleeping quarters is your AC. Crank that on here. Lasts pretty cold. Smoke alarm here. You are prepped for a TV. Cable in 110 here. If you do hook a TV up, make sure that green light is on. Lastly, the storage underneath your bed is accessible from outdoors. So make sure that, because you can get into your unit from out there, make sure that stays locked. And down here is going to be your carbon monoxide detector. Carbon monoxide propane detector, actually. I think that about covers everything in here. Let's act like we're at a campsite and we're closing the unit up. We're going to start by going and closing up all of our vents over top. Bringing our awning in. Start back here by shutting off lights. Again, vent in there. Just work yourself back. If this light shuts off everything, no accident lights to worry about, you're good to go. Exit the unit. Pretty much opens itself with that strut. Before you leave the dump station, and I say that because you're going to go in there and check the levels of your tanks, but before you leave the dump station, lock and deadbolt this. Fold that door up. For our dry camping, we're going to bring up these stabilizing jacks. Come around here. Get up underneath here. Wherever a freshwater tank is, there's a low point. It'll be a freshwater tank. Dump that. Go ahead and dump that one as well. It'll be the other low point. And head on home to the nearest dump station, whatever you're in need of. If we're at a campsite, we'll bring up our stabilizing jacks, unhook our power, our water, our cable, head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's all the way at the rear of the unit on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. 10-foot hose comes in your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull your black holding tank first. That's going to be your sewage. When it sounds like it's no longer draining, go inside, check the level of your black tank. If it shows empty or close to it, come back out here, close that black handle and pull your gray handle. That's going to be your cleaner waters, your sinks, your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. When that gray is done, come back out here, close that gray, and store your sewage hose right in your bumper and head on home. Again, thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Jayfeather for many years to come. Happy camping.